Will the clerk please call the roll?
Senators Bridges, Buckner, Cook, Coleman, Coram,
Excused.
Danielson,
Excused.
Donovan, Fenberg, Fields, Gardner, Gardner, Janal,
Excused.
Gonzalez, Hanson, Heisey, Holbert,
97.
Jaquez Lewis, Kirkmeyer, Colker, Lee, Liston, Lundeen, Moreno, Pedersen,
Here.
Priola, Rankin, Rodriguez, Scott,
Excused.
Simpson. Smallwood. Sonnenberg. Story.
Here.
Winter. Woodward. Zenzinger. Mr. President.
Here. With 31 present, 0 absent, and 4 excused, we have a quorum. Would the good senator from Vail please lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
Thank you, Mr. President. Colleagues and guests, please rise and join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Approval of the journal. Mr. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move that the reading of the journal of Tuesday, February 1st, 2022 be dispensed with and that the journal be approved as corrected by the Secretary.
You have heard the motion. All those in favor say aye. All those opposed, no. The ayes have it. The motion is adopted. Senate Services.
Correctly printed, Senate Bills 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110. Correctly engrossed, Senate Bill 00013.
Committee reports.
February 1st, 2022, Committee on State Veterans and Military Affairs. After consideration on the merits, the committee recommends the following. Senate Bill 47 be postponed indefinitely. February 1st, 2022, Committee on State Veterans and Military Affairs. After consideration on the merits, the committee recommends the following. Senate Bill 38 be postponed indefinitely. February 1st, 2022, the Committee on State Veterans and Military Affairs. After consideration on the merits, the committee recommends the following. Senate Bill 46 be postponed indefinitely. February 1st, 2022, Committee on State Veterans and Military Affairs. After consideration on the merits, the committee recommends the following. Senate Bill 61 be postponed indefinitely. February 1st, 2022, Committee on State Veterans and Military Affairs. After consideration on the merits, the committee recommends the following. Senate Bill 11 be amended as follows, and as so amended, be referred to the Committee on Appropriations with favorable recommendation. February 1st, 2022, Committee on Transportation and Energy. After consideration on the merits, the committee recommends the following. Senate Bill 17 be referred to the Committee of the Whole with favorable recommendation, with the recommendation that it be placed on the consent calendar. February 1st, 2022, Mr. President, the Committee on Transportation and Energy has had under consideration and has had a hearing on the following appointments and recommendations that the appointments be confirmed. Members of the Committee on Access Enterprise for terms expiring September 28, 2024, Reverend Eugene Downing of Denver, Colorado, to serve as an individual from a disproportionately impacted community. Appointed Sarah Mai Rose of Kansas City, Missouri, to serve as a representative with interest in the automobile industry, including manufacturers and dealers in electric vehicle charging and fueling businesses or owner of motor vehicle fleets. Appointed for terms expiring September 28, 2025, Ryan Hurst of Denver, Colorado, to serve as a non-specified seat. Appointed Alice Laird of Carbondale, Colorado, to serve as a representative of business or organization that supports electric alternatives to motor vehicles. Appointed.
Message from the House.
The House has adopted and returns herewith Senate Joint Resolution 003. The House has adopted and transmits herewith to House Joint Resolution 1005 as printed in the House Journal, February 1st, 2022.
Introduction of resolutions. Will the clerk please read the title to SR 002?
Senate Resolution 002 by Senator Sonnenberg concerning a resolution commemorating Missing Persons Day 2022.
Mr. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move that HJR 1005, I move that Senate Resolution 002 lay over 1 day under the rules.
You have heard the motion. All those in favor say aye. All those opposed, no. The ayes have it, and Senate Resolution 002 will lay over 1 day under the rules. Will the clerk please read the title, House Joint Resolution 1005?
House Joint Resolution 1005 by Representatives Harrod and Judah and Senators Buckner and Coleman concerning recognizing February 1st, 2022 as Barney Ford Day.
Mr. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. Now I move that HJR 1005 lay over until Friday, February 11th.
You have heard the motion. All those in favor say aye. All those opposed, no. The ayes have it, and the motion is adopted, and House Joint Resolution 1005 will lay over until Friday, February 11th, 2022. Committee reports.
February 1st, 2022, Committee on Local Government, after consideration on the merits, the committee recommends the following Senate Bill 7 be amended as follows, and as so amended, be referred to the Committee on Appropriations with favorable recommendation. February 1st, 2022, Committee on Local Government, after consideration on the merits, the committee recommends the following Senate Bill 15 be referred to the Committee of the Whole with favorable recommendation, and with a recommendation that it be placed on the consent calendar.
Third reading of bill's final passage. Will the clerk please read the title to Senate Bill 013?
Senate Bill 013 by Senators Fenberg and Holbrook and Representatives Garnett and McKean concerning requirements for boards and commissions and in connection therewith making an appropriation.
Mr. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move Senate Bill 013 and ask permission. You could deny it, but I do ask permission to run a third reading amendment.
Will the Majority Leader please explain to the body why we should allow you permission to offer a third reading amendment?
Thank you, Mr. President. Well, it turns out that there are a couple of other bills moving through the process that could conflict with this bill, because this bill is all about boards and commissions and cleaning it up as a result of redistricting and doing some other technical cleanup pieces. And those other bills are more substantive and policy, but they touch upon the bills that we are changing, or sorry, the boards that we are changing. And so this amendment would simply clarify which part of statute would be changed if all of these bills do indeed pass.
The question before the body is to allow the good senator from Boulder permission to honor his request for permission to offer a third reading amendment. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, no. The ayes have it, and permission is granted. There's an amendment at the desk. Will the clerk please read Amendment L009? Mr. Majority Leader.
L009.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move L009.
To the amendment, Senator.
Thank you, Mr. President. Members, this is simply a clarification that if these other two bills, one is Senate Bill, actually, I'm not sure we're allowed to refer to other bills, but there are other bills out there that you're all very resourceful. I think you can figure it out without me breaking the rules. There are two other bills, one in regards to the state fair being brought by the good senator from Montrose. And essentially, it changes the makeup of these boards. This clarifies that if those bills do pass, those are the ones that would take effect and go into statute. If they do not pass, then the status quo of what's in Senate Bill this bill, Senate Bill 13, would actually be what takes effect. So it clarifies if all three of these bills do indeed get through the process.
Is there further discussion regarding Amendment L009? Mr. Minority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. Members, I do join the Majority Leader in asking for your support for L009. Appreciate him having this amendment drafted, and also to the drafter. This is very complicated. We know that Senate Bill 13 is, in its original form, is 165 pages. It's probably a little beyond that now. But this is a very complex discussion. And as the Majority Leader mentioned, the good senator from Montrose had asked for consideration of a third reading, had hoped to have an amendment on third reading. He is not here today, but he has seen this, and I understand approves and appreciates the intent of this amendment. Do ask for an aye vote. Happy to answer any questions for you.
Mr. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. If my memory is correct, the other commission that is impacted is the Commission or Committee on Aging. I think there's a House bill moving through the process that would impact. That does probably mean a 17C for several of you, unfortunately. What were we talking about? So those are the two boards, the State Fair and Commission on Aging, I believe. But again, this amendment would make it so those bills, if passed, will be the ones that prevail.
Senator Gonzalez.
Thank you, Mr. President, colleagues. We did hear in the Senate State Affairs Committee, Senate Bill 42. Gosh, it feels like such a long time ago, but it was only Tuesday night. And we actually did lay over the bill in order to try to fix this, resolve this issue. And so I'm appreciative of the amendment and respect the work done.
Senator Gardner.
Thank you, Mr. President. Well, I'm taking odds on whether this bill will need to come back from the House with one more change to pick things up. You see me in the back. I'm usually not a betting man, but a sure thing is always good with me.
Leader Holbert.
Thank you, Mr. President. There was a question to the side, and I just want to clarify. L009 is not the amendment that would move the state fair out of Pueblo, so don't confuse those issues. Do ask for an aye vote.
Is there further discussion regarding Amendment L009? Seeing none, the motion is the passage of Amendment L009. Are there any no votes? With 31 ayes, 0 noes, 0 absent, and 4 excused, Amendment L009 is adopted. To the bill. Mr. Minority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. Appreciate your support of the amendment. Ask for an aye vote on the bill.
Having no further discussion, the motion is the adoption of Senate Bill 013. Are there any no votes? With a vote of 31 ayes, 0 noes, 0 absent, 4 excused, Senate Bill 013 is passed. Co-sponsors, Senators Moreno, Hansen, Sonnenberg, Gonzalez, Buckner, Winter, Cook, Priola, Lundin, Lee, Simpson, Woodward, Kirkmeyer, Heisey, Liston, Rankin. Message from the governor.
To the Honorable Colorado Senate, ladies and gentlemen, pursuant to the powers conferred upon me by the Constitution and the laws of the state of Colorado, I have the honor to designate, appoint, and submit to your consideration the following members of the Air Quality Control Commission for terms expiring January 31st, 2023. Sergio Guerra of Lakewood, Colorado, a person with appropriate technical and scientific experience on a Republican occasioned by the resignation of Michael Ogletree of Denver, Colorado, appointed. John Slutsky of Wellington, Colorado, a person with appropriate agricultural experience and unaffiliated occasioned by the resignation of Charles George Grobe of Craig, Colorado, appointed. Sincerely, Jared Polis, Governor.
Before I assign that, will the sergeants please inquisition the representative from Pueblo as to why she is in the Senate chambers? Health and Human Services.
January 21st, 2022, to the Honorable Colorado Senate. Ladies and gentlemen, pursuant to the powers conferred upon me by the Constitution and the laws of the state of Colorado, I have the honor to designate, appoint, and submit to your consideration the following members of the Air Quality Control Commission effective February 1st, 2022, for terms expiring January 31st, 2025. Robert Patrick Cummings of Durango, Colorado, to serve as a person with appropriate scientific experience, and for a Democrat appointed. Elise Jones of Boulder, Colorado, to serve as a person with appropriate technical and private sector experience, and Democrat reappointed. Sincerely, Jared Polis, Governor.
Health and Human Services.
January 21st, 2022, to the Honorable Colorado Senate. Ladies and gentlemen, pursuant to the powers conferred upon me by the Constitution and laws of the state of Colorado, I have the honor to designate, appoint, and submit to your consideration the following member of the Health Insurance Affordability Enterprise for a term expiring September 24th, 2022. Samuel Tall Young, Grand Junction, Colorado, to serve as a representative of a business that purchases or otherwise provides health insurance for its employees, occasioned by the resignation of Sean Shatterfield of Evergreen, Colorado. Appointed. Sincerely, Jared Polis, Governor.
Health and Human Services.
June 15, 2021, to the Honorable Colorado Senate. Ladies and gentlemen, pursuant to the powers conferred upon me by the Constitution and laws of the State of Colorado, I have the honor to designate, appoint, and submit to your consideration the following member of the Groundwater Commission for terms expiring May 1st, 2025, Mark Christopher Arnush of Keensburg, Colorado, to serve as a resident agriculturist from Lost Creek Basin, reappointed. Scott W. Tietmeyer, Grover, Colorado, a resident agriculturist from the Upper Bay Big Sandy Basin, reappointed. David Keeler of Ray, Colorado, resident agriculturist from the Northern High Plains Basin, reappointed. Sincerely, Jared Polis, Governor.
Agriculture and Natural Resources. Announcements. Senator Gonzalez.
Thank you, Mr. President. Colleagues, I want to remind you all that our Senate State Affairs Committee will be meeting upon adjournment. We'll actually meet at 9:50 in order to hear our presentation from our colleagues on the Joint Budget Committee. Thank you, and we'll see you in the Old Supreme Court chambers at 9:50.
Senator Zenzinger.
Thank you, Mr. President. Due to the snow yesterday, one of the bills that was due to be heard yesterday will be heard today in Senate Education. That is Senate Bill 37. Education will be at 1:30 today, along with several appointments and Senate Bill 8. Thank you.
Senator Lee.
Thank you, Mr. President. The Judiciary Committee's calendar from yesterday, the snow day, will be heard in the Judiciary Committee this afternoon, with the exception of Senate Bill 20. So Senate Bills 22 and 62 will be heard this afternoon with the balance of the Judiciary calendar, which is listed on the schedule. Thank you.
Senator Donovan.
Thank you, Mr. President. Senate Ag had 2 bills yesterday to be heard. We will hear, or we will add to today's calendar. Pardon me. We will add to today's calendar Senate Bill 30. Senate Joint Resolution 2 will be rescheduled next week. And Senate Ag does have its first meeting today at 1:30.
Senator Donovan.
Thank you, Mr. President. A separate announcement. Colleagues, you all received in your inbox today a letter from Superintendent Phil Qualman. He is a superintendent from Eagle County. And just want to alert you all to that letter. I think it's a thoughtful reflection that is worth getting your eyes on. Thank you.
Senator Moreno.
Thank you, Mr. President. Colleagues, my colleague from Adams County and I would like to announce that we have the Colorado Youth Advisory Council with us today, or COYAC. They are up in the gallery right here, if you all would stand. This is the youth representative voice on legislation and policy issues at the Capitol. They will be having a lunch in the basement of the Capitol today, but please help us welcome our youth representatives. We very much benefit from their policy guidance. Thank you for being here.
The good senator from Commerce City will be fined $2 for welcoming the guests in the gallery.
I know the rules, Mr. President.
Oh, there is objection from the good senator from Commerce City. The secretary is referencing the rule. The Senate will stand in a brief recess. The Senate will come back to order. The ruling from the Secretary is that the fine will stand in introduction of guests, which is Senate Rule 31F, page 82. Further announcements.
I'm paying the fine just to keep the peace.
Mr. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. Members, we do have some bills to read across. You do not need to be here. Mr. President, I move that the Senate recess until 10 a.m. today.
You have heard the motion. All those in favor say aye. All those opposed, no. The ayes have it, and the motion is adopted, and the Senate will stand in recess until 10:00 hours today.